What's going on YouTube? This is AK and you're watching Vlog More, and today is a very special day because of the fact that I'm doing a video that is unlike any of the videos I've done before. I'm doing this review because some of my subscribers have requested it. One of them is Magnum Emus. He was the first one to kind of suggest how to show a video of how I carry, my everyday carry and how it's concealable. But who I'm really doing the video for is my subscriber over there in Poland, Raptor 81000. All right, buddy. This is the EDC video. You and all my other subscribers who want to know what my everyday carry is and what I'm going to suggest for you guys in terms of carry, for those of you who are kind of really thinking about how you want to carry your handgun with maybe an EDC knife, just whatever kind of tools, extra mags, what have you. I'm going to go over all of that today, and I think it's going to be a really interesting video, so just bear with me. Let's get into it. Okay, people, first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the kit list, okay? What my EDC kit list consists of. All the tools that I'm going to lay out to you guys to show you what it is that I generally tend to carry on my persons, depending on what type of pants I have on. That's a really important factor, and you got to ask yourself, depending on what I'm wearing, what am I able to carry? Are you a person that wears jeans a lot, or are you a person that wears tactical pants, like cargo pants, 511 pants? I tend to alternate. I like jeans, but every now and then I do enjoy wearing my 511 pants. And when I wear 511 pants, it makes it a lot easier for me to carry all the tools that I need for an EDC kit, right? But first and foremost, let's start off with the handgun. My handgun of choice for my everyday carry, okay, is the Glock 43. And the Glock 43 with the pink extension. Now, I want to make something clear here. I personally have said in the past that, your round count, you should be proficient enough with 7 rounds. I keep one in the chamber. For those of you who, want to know how to carry your concealed carry firearm, I would suggest always keep one in the chamber. Remember, you went and got a carry license because you wanted to be a responsible gun owner. And you got to remember that you're dealing with a deadly weapon, so the reality of having one in the chamber should always keep you aware, keep you frosty that you're dealing with a deadly weapon, especially when you're around friends and family. So, yeah, I keep one in the head, and, I don't really tend to use my Hive Industries magazine extension very often, because like I've said in the past, I have noticed malfunctions with this particular mag extension. Terran Tactical has had same issues with the Glock 43, but personally, I want it simple. This came with the firearm, it gives me enough grip, so I'm happy with it. But this is my everyday carry, and I think it's an amazing handgun to carry. In the past, I've used the Model 83, I've used the Glock 26, but the Glock 26, the only downside I can see for that handgun is how bulky it can be, especially when you are summer carrying. You're wearing lighter clothes, stuff that is more tighter fitting, no jacket on. The Glock 43 is the best of all of those worlds when it comes to concealing, and so this is the reason why I carry it. All right, so another thing I like to carry is a Glock magazine pouch. What I did is I just went on Amazon and typed in Glock 43 mag pouch or mag holder. This came up. Just scroll down through the results and you should find this. I think I got 2 of these for like $14 or something like that. But they seem really durable. They're cloth, real flexible, good stuff. It seems like they'll last you a few years if you use it continuously. So really good stuff. I like to carry this on me. Now, let's get into the really important stuff that the most important tool you can have besides your handgun, okay? And that is EDC knives, okay? This is something that a lot of people want to know. What's the best EDC knife to carry? And I'm going to also do videos on these individual knives as well, but I'm going to just kind of cover everything in a condensed form today. And it is an option that you guys are going to have to choose, and choose wisely, because having a good EDC knife can really be the difference between life and death in a lot of situations where your gun cannot help you. So let's cover the two EDC knives that I think you guys should strongly consider. First one on our list is the K-Bar TDI law enforcement knife. Okay, this knife is extremely popular. Everyone's talking about this thing, and it seems to have a really good reputation in terms of being durable and reliable. This is what the blade looks like. Okay, it is a really cool little EDC knife. All right, so a little inside information about the K-Bar TDI knife. Okay, the K-Bar TDI knife. The TDI is an acronym for Tactical Defense Institute. Okay, Tactical Defense Institute. That's what TDI stands for. And this knife was invented by or designed by an individual named John Benner, who is a retired law enforcement officer. And pretty much the reason for him designing this knife was to be like a last ditch effort type of knife. So if an attacker is going for your firearm, you would pull this knife out and begin to attack the assailant to distract them, obviously being injured by this knife while going for your handgun, so that they would go for the knife instead, giving you time to go ahead and handle business. So that's what this knife was designed to do. It seems like it's a really sturdy knife. It's made out of a 8 alpha stainless steel. The overall blade length, I believe it's like 5.625 inches. The blade length itself is 2.313 inches. Seems pretty sharp, and yeah, it seems like a really well made knife. It has a lot of reviews, positive reviews on Amazon, and it seems like a lot of people like this knife. They like to carry it. So this is an option that a lot of people are looking at, and they really want to know if this is the best option to go for in terms of an EDC knife. There's plenty of different sheaths that you can purchase from aftermarket manufacturers. A lot of people do complain about the sheath. I think it's just fine. I've carried it. Seems to be fine to me. So I won't be replacing it. But for those of you who want to, they're out there. Just Google them. So this is the K-Bar TDI knife. All right. Next on the list is the Kershaw Barricade. All right. Now I know that this knife looks a lot different than the previous knife I just covered, but it is necessary to throw this on the list. So this is the Kershaw Barricade. I know a lot of guys who carry handguns that love carrying a Kershaw. They're really good quality knives. It's got a flip up here. Amazing blade. I believe the steel, it's an 8 CR13 MOV steel. It's a really long classification, but yeah, there it is. I don't know, I have to remember it. It's right here on the blade itself. Yeah, 8 CR13 MOV. Real cool. Blade looks awesome. I think it's the perfect size for a blade that you're carrying. So easily would work for self-defense. Now, the cool part about this is the seatbelt cutter. So you're in a situation where you are, in a car accident, whatever the case is, and you have to get yourself out of a situation. Those blades in there are going to get you out of that situation. You can cut your seatbelt to free you, cut the seatbelt of maybe the people whoever's in the car next to you, and try to get them to safety. You also have a glass breaker right here that allows you to break a car window to then escape the vehicle, or if you are the good Samaritan that sees another pedestrian, you know, in trouble, or another vehicle operator in trouble, they're trying to escape their vehicle, you know, if the situation permits it, that you are able to break the glass and get them to safety. So this is pretty much an all-around multiple faceted knife, and that's the reason why I mentioned it for being a contestant for best EDC, you know, carry knife. So let's see which one is the better option. Now let's see how this fits. These are my 511 tactical pants. They're called Pro Pants, and I'm just going to give you a quick little visual description of how it's going to look if you were to wear pants similar to these when you're doing your EDC. Okay, first off, you have your handgun, so that's there. Secondly, why I like 511 pants is because they have these little slit pockets here, and this is where I carry my Kershaw. Now some people will say that, you know, hey, look, with your Kershaw, why do you have it on the same side as your handgun? Well, look, I'm focused on handling business with my handgun. If I'm unable to do that, really it's my fault. But just the fact that I have my knife on me is really all that matters to me. So I have this. If I can't handle business with that, or I run out of ammo, then now I can pull this and do what I have to do with it. So I have no issues carrying this on my strong side. If you wanted to find another system to put this knife on this side to then pull and deploy it, you know, that's fine too. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. I just happen to put it in this pocket. That's what I'm comfortable with, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. Now, as far as a K-bar is concerned, you have it on this side. So if you have to pull it, this is what you're going to have if someone is going for your gun and you have to pull out and use it. Okay, so these are the setups that we have. Personally, with jeans, this works a lot better. You kind of more tend to forget about it unless you're not carrying a bunch of stuff in your jeans pockets. I like tighter fitting jeans, so having something in a pocket kind of gets in the way sometimes. So I would see how this would be a better option for a person who wears jeans a lot, unless you're totally cool with putting this, you know, in your left pocket on your jeans. Then if you don't really carry a bunch of stuff in your jeans, then I don't think it's a huge deal. I think it could work perfectly fine being in your pocket. So here we are with the jean setup. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing in terms of the K-bar. And as you can see, there really isn't anywhere else that I can carry this knife successfully. I can't really put it in my pocket. You know, it has to go on a belt clip or on a belt. And I gotta say, the belt clip that's on the back is a little bit annoying. It has like a little hook on it that makes it hard to take it off. So I don't really like that too much. Now here's the Kershaw Barricade. Now, most likely, you know, would I carry it on this side? Doesn't really matter to me. I can still get to my gun. If I have to, I can still get to it like this since I'm right-handed. So to me, it doesn't really matter. If you wanted to put it on your left side, you could do that too. Boom, there it is. So even if you didn't have your K-bar, you have your handgun, you have your Kershaw, boom. And if you have to deploy it, there you go. So there really isn't much of a difference. except for, just like I said, with jeans, the pockets give you a little bit less options. That's just the way it kind of is with that. But you're gonna have to decide what's more important to you. Like I said, I have no issues carrying my Kershaw same pocket as my handgun. It does get a little bit in the way. That's the only thing that sucks. If you got your phone in your pocket, like your keys in this pocket with your wallet, you know, I guess you could put this knife on your belt like such. I think the cool thing with the Kershaw is you have different options. You've got different possibilities in terms of stowing this knife. So that's a look into how you guys can set up an EDC. All right, so now that we went over, you know, how everything's gonna look with both jeans and your cargo pants, whether it be 511 or whatever other tactical pants that you decide to wear, I want to really just go ahead and get to the point in terms of what EDC knife is the best for you to carry between the K-Bar TDI knife and the Kershaw Barricade. Now, I believe that my YouTube subscribers, you guys are very rational and practical gun owners and responsible. And you guys like no-nonsense approaches to gun ownership, you know, and that's why I made this channel for people like you. And so, as practical can be, if I have to choose one knife to leave the house with, it's going to be the Kershaw Barricade. Okay? So that's what I choose. And I'm going to tell you why. Thing is what kind of mindset do you guys have as gun owners? For those of you who do have your concealed carry licenses, right? When you leave the house every day, you know, sometimes we tend to forget how significant the responsibility is to have a loaded firearm on you that causes death in an instant. We forget that sometimes when we carry it every day because it's like second nature to us. But the mindset that you have is really important. Is your mindset that, okay, I have a deadly weapon on me and, you know, I'm going out here and I'm carrying this weapon because I want to defend myself and my loved ones against really the evils of the world. You know, the immoral actors out there who may be looking to hurt me or people that I love. And I just want to always have that insurance policy on me, okay? Or do you have the mindset of, well, when I leave the house every day, I'm ready for war. Everyone's a combatant, and you look at me the wrong way, talk to me the wrong way, whatever the case is, I may use this weapon. Now, I doubt that my subscribers are the latter. You guys are awesome. And so, you know, I would hope that there wouldn't be very many people in this country, or in the world for that matter, who have that mindset of warfare as soon as they leave the house. But I do think that the K-Bar TDI knife is more suited for a person with a war type mindset. If you're a civilian and you don't have any type of law enforcement, you know, role, you know, as a profession, this knife really doesn't suit you. This knife would be more for a law enforcement individual. If that's who you are, then I can totally understand you carrying this knife on you. But as a civilian, it just doesn't make sense. For one, because the only purpose it does have is to injure or possibly kill someone. And two, if you're in a situation where you are trapped in a vehicle, you're not getting out with this. You might be able to cut the seatbelt with it, but other than that, it's going to take a while. And secondly, once again, you are not escaping a vehicle with this knife. So you're kind of stuck. As opposed to the K-Bar, or the Kershaw, rather, sorry. The Kershaw, you got the seatbelt cutter. And you got the glass breaker. This knife is more suited for someone who leaves the house thinking, hey, I already carry a deadly weapon on me. you know, whether it be 9mm, 380, whatever the case is, 40, 45 caliber. Let me carry something to help someone. I think my personal opinion to all my subscribers is, if you're a concealed carry holder, carry a knife as your EDC that can help other people. If you come across a situation where someone's in distress, someone gets into an accident, whatever the case is, that you have multiple tools that could potentially help them. Because I think that goes with the responsibility of being a warrior. Warrior doesn't always mean kill and injure. Warrior also means be critical to the mission, to help people, right? To help fellow citizens. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what, you know, goes on out there in the street from day to day, we are all Americans. And for my buddy out there, Raptor 81000, you know, you and your fellow countrymen, you should be looking out for them. And they should be looking out for you, because that's what makes the world a better place. And I always do believe in be the change you want to see. So carry a knife that fits multiple roles, that can help. And even if you had to use it for self-defense, look at that. Blade length, not even a comparison, dude. Not even a contest. So I would say carry the Kershaw because it's more practical. The chances of you having to use this knife is a lot greater than using that K-Bar TDI knife. You're not doing law enforcement roles where you're going after criminals where they could go after your gun, and then you would have to use this to defend yourself, right? Or to get them distracted. We're not doing that. We're not arresting people. We're just regular citizens. So fill a first responder type of role instead, where you can help someone. So that's my 2 cents on it. And as far as the magazine holder, this works better on jeans anyway. Another reason why I prefer to carry the Kershaw blade, because where I previously had the TDI knife is where I would put this. So you just have more options. But for those of you who just cannot help but to have yourself a knife that causes mass damage and destruction, crazy, I would say instead of a TDI regular knife, I would carry the TDI K-Bar large. It's the same knife, just bigger, and a bigger blade. Because of course, this would be a better application in terms of defensive purposes if you are law enforcement. But for the rest of us, I think it's better to just use the Kershaw. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have very happy holidays, and I will see y'all soon.